Sheriff of Nottingham, and I'm very glad that I have this facing upwards and not upside down because I didn't check before I did that.
So I haven't played this game yet, but if I understand it after Olivia has told me about it, there are blue cards, which is legal goods.
That you will now have to throw away before
Oh, you weren't supposed to see these?
We were not supposed to see those, no.
And then there are red cards, which are illegal goods.
Yes.
I can only save one kind of good per round by putting them in this packet. But I could lie and say, these are all chickens, right? All 6 of these. And you're the sheriff this round?
Yes, I will be starting as the sheriff because I'm the only one who's played this.
Okay, so if you said, I don't think those are chickens, you could check. Mm-hmm. Why would the sheriff not always check?
Because if you told the truth, then the sheriff would have to pay you the penalty.
Okay, so it's a bluffing game.
Yes.
All right, okay, I get it. Apparently I need all new cards now because I showed everyone my cards.
Down there.
All right,
So,
take us through the first round.
You go to market, you can discard up to 5 cards and redraw as many cards as you discard.
And I'm trying to do my best to have many similar objects.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm out of camera shot over there. I'm
No,
trying
you're
not
good.
to see their cards.
You were good.
All right,
Okay.
so...
Oh, these actually get discarded face up.
Oh, okay.
I, as the sheriff, get to see what you threw away. That snapping noise is important.
Is it?
Yes.
Weird. I'll move you over just a tad.
Okay.
Camera.
So now, you guys will declare to me, you are required to look me in the eyes and declare to me what is in your bag.
Am I supposed to go first?
Yes.
All right. 4 pieces of cheese.
4 apples, my lady.
Okay, so now I choose one by one to pick up a bag. This is Jamin's bag. He's saying there's 4 apples. So I said that snapping noise was important. If I snap this, I cannot change my mind. I have to look at the cards.
Ooh.
Or if I hand it back to him, I can no longer change my mind. I'm not allowed to. So Jamin.
4 apples, my lady.
Jamin did throw a lot of contraband away, so I'm not that worried about what's in here. 'Tis yours. Now, Casey. What'd you have in here, Casey?
4 pieces of cheese.
4 pieces of cheese. 4 cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Not 4 apples.
Nope.
Not 4 contraband.
Nope.
No contraband?
I said 4 pieces of cheese.
Casey, how much would you be willing to bribe me not to open this?
I don't know if I have any money. I don't know if I can.
You have 50
I have
coins.
these. Okay, good. I didn't get that part of the explanation.
Yes, we all start with 50 coins.
I will give you 1 to not open it. Yes.
I had a feeling he was doing that. But I wanted to get to open one in the first round so you guys can see what happens. So we have 4 pieces of cheese. He did not lie. I now have to pay
Casey
a 2
didn't
penalty.
lie?
So
Casey's the worst liar I know. How did he fool me?
Casey gets this cheese still gets to go to his thing, but I now have to also pay him 8 coin.
Yeah.
Because
she looked at it and I told the truth.
the -2s on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
All right.
The bluffing, lying,
Oh yes, now
bribing
you get to
not
unload
meant
your
to
bag.
be Jesus ethics. I had...
Oh, if you do have
4
contraband,
apples.
you can place it upside down. You don't have to show what your contraband was, but contraband goes up here. Everything else goes face up in these spots. So the
apples go
apples
here?
go there. Yep.
And I get money now or later?
You don't get any money for those until the end of game.
Okay.
And
Oh.
Jamin is now sheriff.
Oh, interesting. Do I draw back my cards?
Yes. You guys draw back up to 6. Casey, are you going to market?
Yeah.
Are you going to market? Market, Michigan. Marquette, Michigan. All right. Inspection. No, wait. I'm a sheriff, so inspection time, governor.
I have 3 chickens.
3 chickens, do you? And how about you then?
3 pieces of cheese.
3
sir.
pieces of cheese. I don't think it is cheese.
You don't?
No.
He didn't even give him a chance.
It's,
It is cheese.
it's cheese.
6 more for me.
I will give you your 8 gold, 6
6
gold. There you go, governor.
Thank you. And
Take your cheese back.
Thank you.
As for you, this is what?
That's your bag.
As for
Mine's
you,
right
this
there.
is what?
3 chickens.
It's not 3 chickens, though. Oh, look. Is this contraband, is it?
So I have to pay Jamin 4. I'm going to take 1.
Yes.
So when this happens, I still get my 2 chickens, but this has to get discarded.
Oh, that's good to know. I've been lying a lot more by now.
But don't you also have to then pay the 2 penalty for...
No. I paid the penalty for this. These are legal.
Oh, so okay.
You can keep your Lego chickens. Turn the carpet then. Alright, Casey's now the sheriff.
I'm the sheriff.
3 ground cereal thingies. What are they?
The mortal and pestle?
Yeah, 3 mortal and pestles.
That's
Jamin.
contraband. So let me look at this. Oh, hey, look. That's all contraband.
So,
That's, what, 12?
yep. So I understand something new now. The red cards are specifically red cards. And there aren't good mortal and pestles. They're always bad. Okay, this is good to know. All right,
That's
Olivia's
why it's
turn.
contraband.
Well, yeah, but I just thought it was like good chickens, bad chickens. So I could lump good and bad. Now I understand bad things.
I almost feel like we should let Jamin redo
No, it's
that.
cool. I'm going to win this back. You just wait. All right,
Okay.
Olivia's turn.
I have 3 cheese.
3 cheese.
Like 3 cheese? Or
I mean, I just got so much contraband from Jamin that I'm just going to look anyway.
Why are you making that face?
Hey, it is 3 cheese.
Oh, look at that. You're both very good liars. I don't like
Thank
that
ya.
about you.
What do you mean? I didn't lie.
JXN Cloud. All good liars. That's our next shirt. Right there. Okay, all right. I understand the game.
Okay.
I understand it painfully well now.
Okay.
Oh,
So the game
man.
ends after we've all been sheriff 3 times.
Oh, man. Okay.
So that was the first round. We're going into our second round.
4 apples, my lady.
3 pieces of cheese.
Now look me in the eye and say it this time, Jake.
4 apples, my lady.
That was very harsh and uncalled for. Which makes me think that you have contraband in here, because only harsh people would have contraband. So,
Ooh.
want me to not open this, Jamin?
Yes.
How much will you pay me to not open this, Jamin?
I don't have much money, man.
How about 5 gold?
No, I only have 36 gold. He's got like 1 million over here.
Okay, but how much gold are you going to have to pay if I do open this?
I'll give you
I'm not gonna pay.
I'll exchange.
You're not going to pay?
I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna fall for your bribes.
I'm the one getting bribed
I'm
here.
not gonna bribe you like a pagan.
Ooh. She's looking.
Okay, he got me
4
good there.
apples, my lady.
I really thought he had
4
some contraband
apples.
in there. Casey? Oh, wait, I have to pay you for those. That's 8.
Yeah, you do. I did that good, right?
That was very good.
I'm a good liar too now, right?
I mean,
JXN Cloud, all good liars.
What was in here again?
3 pieces of cheese.
3 pieces of cheese, huh?
Mm-hmm. Why are you smelling it? Like it's going to actually smell like cheese. The card does not smell.
You know how many comments we're going to get about your accent?
You started it.
You did start it.
I was doing the bad guy accent.
Uh-huh.
The bad guy.
Well, thank you.
What'd you have in there?
But I got it.
Yeah, it's yours.
Oh, we have more cards than we're supposed to.
3 things of cheese.
What's in here then?
I have 4 apples.
No you don't.
Oh. I'd have bribed you, Jamin.
I don't need your bribes, I need your money. Give me all your money.
Well, give me 2 of these back.
Alright, very good, very good. And you then, huh?
3 pieces of cheese.
No you don't. There's so much cheese in your hands.
3 pieces of cheese!
So much cheese. How does he have all the cheese?
So I need 6 from you.
Yeah. Olivia's just paid you through me. It's fine.
No, you got 2 extra.
Yeah, whatever.
Please say the mortal and pestle again.
Nope. 4 apples.
3 cheese.
She's really into the 3 cheese blend. She keeps saying it.
Right. Well, how much will you bribe me to not open this?
How does 1 silver sound?
Hey, look at that.
It was just 3 cheese.
Ha ha!
Alright, and how much will you bribe me not to open this?
Nothing.
Cheese.
Oh! 4 chickens!
I didn't realize I put chickens in there. I thought it was apples. Guys, please, I had no reason to lie about that. Please please give me a break.
4 chickens!
There's no reason I would have lied about that. It was just an honest mistake. Can I keep my chickens, please? Please. Let me have a win. Come on.
I because I don't remember what he actually claimed originally.
I said it was
said
apples.
apples originally.
I didn't realize it was chickens. I thought I put apples. I've just done so many apples. Come on, man. Don't do this to me. It was an honest mistake.
I mean, I'm fine with letting it go.
No, I'll make it as if you claimed chickens, even though everyone else knows that was not true.
5 apples, my lady.
Also 5 apples.
So many apples. So many apples.
How? How did you get 5 apples?
So
Do you
many.
really have 5 apples in here?
There's only 48.
I-
How many
I
have we
will give
gone
you
through?
2. To not open that.
Part of me thinks that's just a bait to open it. Which is why I'm going to say deal and you owe me 2.
Alright.
Is there contraband in there? None of us have snuck contraband through yet.
There was actually 5 apples in there.
Yeah, I made 2 coins!
But I really wanted you to open it, so I was trying to...
I am now the judge. Does money count as points at the end of this?
Yes.
Okay. What's in here?
3 pieces of
Hang
cheese.
on, I haven't even closed mine yet.
Sorry. 3 pieces of cheese.
What's in here? Look
4
me in
apples.
the eye when you say it. All the way.
4 apples.
There's no... How many apples... How much you pay me?
I won't pay you.
Dang it! How many apples are in this game? Keep your dang apples.
There's 48. There's tons of apples.
Oh. What'd you say you have?
3 pieces of cheese.
Just keep it. I don't care.
Contraband?
There was.
Contraband!
Done challenging him on cheese, okay?
I know, but there was 2 pieces of cheese, but I got one.
It's not worth it.
I got 1 piece of contraband through.
Too hard. All right. The final round. Casey is sheriff.
All right. What's in here?
4 chickens.
Okay. How much you pay me not to open it?
1 coin.
This is still too much fun.
Dang it. I thought you'd think I was lying.
Oh!
About lying.
Oh! Contraband!
Why won't you guys let me get some contraband through?
So that's 4, but you still keep the other chickens.
Yeah, but I owe you 4.
I'll give you 1 for the 5.
That works.
Alright. So what's in here?
5 chickens.
5 chickens. How much will you
How
pay
many
me?
chickens have we turned in at this point? You know that's chickens. That was like the second time anyone's cashed in on chickens.
Yeah, but I've discarded a ton of chickens.
So have I.
There's 5 chickens.
5 chickens.
How much will you pay me not to open this?
I will not pay you anything. All right.
Oh!
It's all just contraband.
No,
So
there's
that's-
1 chicken in there.
There's 1 chicken. You get to keep the chicken?
I had a chicken. I just threw everything inside. All right, cool.
And then does he get to keep this?
No, because that
Oh.
was illegal. He still has to pay you for it.
Oh! So that's 4, 8, 12,
14.
14.
This game's stupid and I hate it. All right.
I might win a game for once.
I think Casey has won this game.
I would say so.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's the king and queen bonuses. So whoever had the most of any given thing gets the king, and whoever had the second most gets the queen.
I had
think-
the most apples.
Yeah, so Jamin gets the extra 20 coin for the apples. Well, I got 117.
105.
157.
We're all in the hundreds. Casey, for once, wins a game. Okay, today we're going to talk about resurrection, which is one of my favorite topics, especially in years like 2020 where things just aren't great. You hope that is going to come together, and every time it doesn't, you get murder hornets instead. So, with that kind of world, it helps to focus in on things like resurrection, which Jesus believed in and taught on, and things like that. So some people would call resurrection like the raising of the dead, things like that, which it is, but that actually, in the way that we think about it today, is kind of different from the fullness of resurrection. So in today's passage in Mark, Jesus runs into the Sadducees, and the Sadducees were like another kind of religious leader. Just like our church might be a Free Methodist church, there's also a Methodist church and a Baptist church and so on and so forth. The Jewish people of Jesus' time had their own denominations, if you will. They had different thoughts on different passages. We don't know like a whole lot about the Sadducees, but from what we can tell, they were pretty humanistic for the most part. They thought
Weren't they more violent?
They might have been, but as far as like their thinking went on resurrection, it is clear from what they say to Jesus that they think resurrection is a joke. Like the Pharisees have seen this in their passages, which is why Paul gets so excited about resurrection, because he was a Pharisee and Jesus proves it. But for the Sadducees, when it came to this debate, they're like, resurrection's not a thing. We don't see that in the Bible anywhere. The Pharisees are just getting so hung up on a few select passages and blowing it out of proportion. That's not what the Bible was trying to say. So if this sounds like today, it should. Because just as Christians argue about passages, so did the Jewish denominations argue about passages. Sadducees were actually more like, when we die, we die. It's just done. We don't go to Sheol. We don't go to anything. It's just kind of science. It's all over. Whereas the Pharisees are like, when we die, God one day will come and bring us back to life, was their hope. This resurrection idea that that death and Sheol wasn't the end, but that we would one day be with God. That was their hope. And the Sadducees thought that was a joke. So they had like their own little trump card to like play on this debate that they played on Jesus.
Is it a spade or a club?
It would.
Listen, he could have made a worse joke there. You should be thankful.
I went for cards. I made very, very simple on that one.
Yeah. One their card of sorts that they would play is kind of
so
like
a diamond
this.
or a heart.
I can't concentrate. Stop throwing me off. So this story that they would use essentially to try to kind of like convince people, and they use it on Jesus once. They're like, all right, Jesus, so you think that we're going to come back to life one day and everything's just going to be all hunky-dory? Well, here's an idea. Let's say that there's this guy or this woman who's married and then her husband dies. From a law standpoint, she then is going to marry her husband's brother so that she's taken care of by someone. So he dies and then she marries the brother. But then he dies and this happens again and again. And he had 7 brothers. So by the end, she's been married 7 times. All to the people within the same family.
Wait, total of 7 brothers, or there were 7 brothers and the original?
There's 7 brothers.
So there's 8 times
there's
marriage.
the original and then the other 6, if you will.
Oh, okay. So 7 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like that's kind of like this, like you can imagine the Sadducees like in the background behind the guy telling this, like snickering, like like just imagine, because then the punchline comes. It's like, just imagine, Jesus, we're all raised back to dead, and now you've got one woman married to 7 people who are all in the same family. And to them, it's just humorous. First off, you have a woman practicing polygamy instead of a man, which was not typically how it went. And secondly, like, just imagine the soap opera, right? Like,
no, just imagine their parents,
yeah,
like
well,
losing 6 children. Like, man,
that wasn't really the focus of the story. But the idea is like all these people come back to life in the resurrection. They're all married. And Jesus, like, you're waiting for him to be like, ha ha ha, yeah, that is funny. Resurrection's not a thing. You know, like, you'd think he might go that route. Is he going to agree with the Pharisees or the Sadducees? Is resurrection a thing or not? How does this story stand up? And Jesus is kind of insulting to them. He says, is this not the reason you are wrong? Because you know neither the scriptures nor the power of God. For when they rise from the dead, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are like angels in heaven. And as for the dead being raised, have you not read in the book of Moses, in the passage about the bush, where God spoke to him, saying, I am the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. He is not God of the dead, but of the living. You are quite wrong. So imagine going up to like the popular religious powerful leaders of your time being like, you guys are idiots. So you've got that moment where Jesus like, don't you even know the Bible? And the way that he argues them, because there's really not much about the resurrection in the Old Testament, like at all. The passage Jesus argues is one that they've never contemplated before. Is God says, I am the God of Isaac and Jacob and Abraham. And Jesus uses that to say, like, if God says he's the God of them, like, God's the God of the living, not the dead. So they must still be alive. And, like, you can just imagine the Sadducees being like, oh, crap, never thought of that before. You know, like, they actually feel like Jesus has won this. I mean, I guess, you know, maybe they didn't feel like he won. But either way, like, they don't know what to say to that. It's like, we've never thought of that. But the other, like, slap across the face is like, you guys think resurrection life is going to be just like this life. So, like, we're going to come back to life. I'm going to move back into my house in Jackson and find Jody and the kids, and we're all going to live a little life there. Like, that's the way he's
that
like.
would be so weird. Because think about it, like, in the example that they're giving, it's like the passage of time occurs.
Yeah.
And so, like, if, for example, if Beckett grows up and ends up, living in that house, like, then who would be the master of the house if everyone tries to live it there at the same time?
Time all converges at one point. Yeah. So, but that's kind of Jesus' point. Is like, you think that resurrection life is going to be like this life? You guys are ridiculous.
Because there would be not enough room in your house.
Yeah. So he makes a point biblically. Actually, resurrection is real. Here's where I see it in the Bible. And then, if you think that resurrection life is anything like this, like, you misunderstand like what's ahead of us. It's not like that. And so the picture that Jesus paints for them is like, there's not even, you're not going to find marriage in heaven. Like, you think like the very basics of life as you know it now will just carry over. But like in that world, things will be very different. That's not to say that we won't know each other. Paul actually talks to a church like, he has this kind of like jovial, like, can't wait for the resurrection. We'll see you all there. Like, I'll still remember you. You'll remember me. We'll all finally be perfect in every way, and our morality and the way that we live and our bodies will be perfect. All that's ahead of us. And Paul's super psyched about that. But Paul doesn't act like you won't know your husband and you'll just be like, you'll never see them again. Nothing like that. Instead, Paul has this idea of like, whatever this is going to be like that day, it'll be perfection, even though it won't match what today is.
So, like, for example, it won't be like the movie Coco, where like you cross the flower bridge and like people are there as long as they're remembered. Spoiler, that's part of the movie. Anyway.
You're supposed to say spoiler before you say the spoiler, Casey.
Too late, it's gone.
Anyway, moving on. If you haven't watched Coco, it's been like 5 years. But, like, how that was like a different world, and that was kind of a different thought of like the afterlife or even resurrection, because they had kind of a different body form in the afterlife area. So like, you think our resurrection's closer to more like that, or?
I'd actually say Coco is more of like ancient Bible thinking. So the whole like when you forget people they die thing in the afterlife, that wouldn't be a part of it. But biblical thinking in the Old Testament was when we die, we go to Sheol. Everybody, whether you're good or bad, whether you follow God or follow something else, everybody ends up in Sheol. That was their thinking. In the New Testament, they just changed the name Sheol to Hades. Hades isn't hell. Hades is, when we die, we all go to Sheol/Hades. It's just the Greek word for, the Greek equivalent to Sheol. So Coco is kind of that idea, is like when everybody dies, they all go to this one place. That would match a similar Old Testament feel. When Jesus comes along, they start learning resurrection is real. The other thing they learn along the way is you always hope that like if you died and you were following God, you'd never have to go to Sheol. And that's what they learn, is when we die, we actually go straight to heaven. Resurrection, though, is a step beyond heaven. One day in Revelation, God comes back to earth. And when he does that, he gives all the humans of heaven new resurrected bodies to come and live on the earth. And the new heavens and new earth is basically the ultimate heaven. So that's ultimately what we have ahead of us. It's not just, the gospel isn't we just die and go to heaven. The gospel is resurrection. We die, we go to heaven, and then when Jesus comes back to earth, we come back with him. And then the new earth, there's everything that you were ever hoping for and waiting for. Along with your 7 brother husbands. Except not, because that was Jesus' whole point, is like, resurrection life is not just the carrying on of this life. Resurrection life will be different. Will be different. But it will also be perfect. So some people get afraid of resurrection life, like, I don't want different, but like Jesus is painting something for us that's significantly better. And what did Jesus do with his resurrection body? I mean, he was basically a Marvel superhero. He could walk through walls.
Teleportation.
No one recognized him. Yeah, he could just like, it seemed like he could fade in and out of existence. I wonder if that's what Paul meant by like this being a spiritual body, was a sense like you could almost like, it was spiritual in the sense that like just like angels seem to phase in and out of existence. Jesus in his new resurrected body had the capacity too. So I don't know what it'll be like.
Superpower bodies.
But Jesus kept breaking all the rules with that resurrected body. So as a nerd, I'm excited to see what we can do with that. Aaron, we're gonna come visit you in Ireland.